Hello everybody, I'd like to welcome you back to Chris and Andrew Outside. I'm Chris, and yesterday I went out for more morel mushrooms and got quite a few of these babies. Got some really nice young looking spring coral and had the good fortune of finding some great big oyster mushrooms again. Super tender, super nice, growing off of some dead cottonwood trees. Had a special guest go with me yesterday. That was Rachel Friedman, the current president of the South Sound Mushroom Club. So sit back and enjoy. Hope you like this video. Thank you very much.
Alright everybody, so one of the objectives on this trip was to show you some of the indicators that I use to find morels. It doesn't always work, but a lot of times these mushrooms are growing together. So that cup fungus in the center is Sarcospora coronaria. And as you can see in this picture, I find morels with them very often. Now here's another good indicator. This is the Calypso orchid, and it is, it's a very delicate looking flower, but it stands out in the woods because of that coloration. And it shows that the moisture and the conditions are just right for that orchid to grow, and it's also the same as it is for morels. They grow often together, and they're just such a joy to see out in the woods.
So we're following the moisture line and looking under the vine maples. I'm really a great believer of looking under the vine maples, and I think that they grow in the little areas that are a little more moisture. So here's a couple of really big ones that are just waiting to be picked. So Rachel's going to come over and get these. That beautiful coloration. Fantastic looking. Oh, I said I wasn't going to say fantastic. So I was looking around, and we've got these magnificent spring corals growing over here, and the duff's held together pretty good, so they're not too filthy.
Oh yeah, those are good. Those are very fresh.
Yeah, these are nice ones. So we're in a spot that is known to have the occasional big mushrooms, big groups of them. So here's one, but then over here we've got 3 or 4 more, and they're growing under this vine maple, which is where I find them a lot. So these are really magnificent looking, really good size. Look at that next to my hand, everybody. Isn't that crazy? Yeah, this is fantastic.
Oh, no, fantastic.
Oh, Rachel just caught me. I said the F word. I won't say it again. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Look at that. Look at that right there. Holy cow. That's magnificent. Man, I'm going to actually probably take some pictures of this. Jeez, look at that, everybody. Isn't that beautiful? That's incredible. Boy, look at this bundle, guys. This is magnificent. Magnificent. So just a really nice collection of morels. They're beautiful. All right, everybody, so we're walking through here and we're coming across a lot of these, and you might recognize them as a puffball, but you pull them out and you see it's an amanita. And sometimes when they're closed even more, they're perfectly round. And so if you think it's a puffball and you want to eat it, cut it from here down to there, lay it open, and you'll see an outline of a mushroom if it's not a puffball. If there's no outline of a mushroom, then good chance it's a puffball, but always make sure of your identification before you eat anything. So we're going to cut this one open right now.
So I paused the video here because I want everyone to understand the importance of making sure that a puffball is actually a puffball. Unfortunately, the exposure when I took this video was just a little bit too bright, even though we're in the shade, and you can't really see the outline of the amanita when we cut it open, so the difference between the gill and everything. I changed the exposure a little bit to try to compensate, and so every once in a while you catch glimpses of the gill and the stem. Just make sure to do some research on your own to verify it's a puffball if that's what you're actually looking for.
So we're going to cut this one open right now. And
Ooh.
oh, beautiful, beautiful. Look at the meat in there. Look at the orangeness. But see the gills there and the stipe coming down? Just looks like a mushroom. Now, this one had opened up some, and a lot of times they're smaller and perfectly round, but they'll always have an outline of a mushroom in there. So that's one indicator, a big indicator, that it's an amanita.
I just wanted to add that these blue flowers here are Camassia quamash, which is the common camas, and it was used by indigenous people as food, the bulbs were, and also by the Lewis and Clark expedition. It actually kept them alive.
Look at that, everybody. We've got some amazing oyster mushrooms, just beautiful looking oyster mushrooms, just sitting there. So let's a little bit more back here. The ones over here, these are so monstrous, but they're so old. But these over here, oh boy, these are in prime condition down here. Fantastic. I said fantastic. Sorry, everybody. And can't go anywhere without Rachel coming over to see what you're getting. There she is.
Hi, everybody.
Pick them all, Rachel.
Oh, I don't know if I'll take them all.
Well, take a lot of them. How's
All right,
that? All right. So we're walking up to another couple of logs here, downed cottonwood tree, and it's got an absolute amazing amount of Pleurotus populinus growing off of it. Underneath, right here, all up along, going down the length of it, right there, some amazingly beautiful big ones, really nice. Look at these are fresh and nutty looking, all the way down through there. Look at those here, and then up here, underneath that log over here, it's just amazing. And then on this side, this log over here is some old ones that they're just gone, but there's some fresh ones underneath. But because there's some old ones, we can take all of the fresh young ones because we already have some old ones that are going to kick some spores out. At least that's my idea. So here's several that we picked here, and look how big this one is. It's a double, triple, quadruple. It's just fantastic. I'm not supposed to say that. I'm sorry. It's just magnificent. Look at it. That's enough to feed a small family. It's stunning. Thank you, Rachel. Oh, they're popping out. The oysters are popping out pretty good on the trees here. So look at that. Look how nice those are, everybody. All right, we'll let Rachel liberate them from their bonds. Beautiful. Look at how thick and meaty. That classic kidney shape of populinus, Pleurotus populinus. Fantastic.
All right, everybody, I hope you enjoyed the video. I really appreciate you taking the time to watch this. I got to say that it's probably not the easiest thing in the world for me to look for mushrooms and video everything that's going on at the same time. Leaving the camera running the whole time would probably bore you anyways, because there's some gaps in between finding this batch and finding that batch. Had a really good time out there yesterday, and I believe Rachel did too. We found some really nice mushrooms, and we actually found some really good wonderstone. I didn't get any video of that into this one this time, but I'll put a picture. Probably would have seen it already by now, or maybe right after this. Anyways, stick around, like and subscribe. We'll have more stuff up next week. I think we're going to go hunting for crystals, and then maybe even do some walleye fishing. Take care, and thanks for watching.